Hi everyone, I'm excited to share the Easy Gradient Crochet Saw with you, and we'll be using this as a crochet along over 4 weeks. So the first section will be in this tutorial.
Hi, so let's start the section 1 of this beautiful crochet along saw, and I will be using this beautiful shade of yarn. It's called Cotton King Sultan 100% cotton, and I love that you've got this easy start from the center of the yarn, so that makes my life much easier and I don't need to look for the yarn. So it's got a beautiful shade of white that gently now fades into the green colors. So yeah, we'll need stitch marker at some point, so that will be there handy. So let's get to it. Round 1. So this pattern will be worked in rows at this section. So section 1, we need to make a magic ring, and I usually just do this. Do you see that? Magic ring. Don't close it yet. Chain 3. So chain 3 counts as our first stitch in this part of the pattern, here and throughout. So chain 3, that's the first double crochet. We'll work in 12 double crochet into the magic ring. So I've got 10, 11 double crochets, 12, and the 13th. So we did chain 3 and 12 more double crochets to give us 13 double crochets. So we're not going to close the ring. We'll just make sure you pull it tight. We're not going to join. That's what I meant. So it's in rows, not round. So we've got 13 double crochets. We'll go ahead to row 2 now, and we chain 4, turn, chain 4, which counts as our first double crochet. We chain 1 here and throughout. We'll double crochet in that same stitch, double crochet in the same stitch, chain 2, or chain 1, sorry, then double crochet in the next stitch. We'll repeat this, chain 1, double crochet in the next stitch, and we'll do that till the end of the row. So the last stitch would have a double crochet, then you do a chain 1 and you work in another double crochet in that same stitch, which gives us 2 double crochet at the beginning and 2 double crochet at the end of the row. So this is what we've got at the moment. So we can count. So I've got 15 double crochets, and that will automatically give us 14 chain 1 spaces. Sorry, that end is still distracting. Okay, perfect. Row 3, chain 5 and turn. Perfect. So this counts as a double crochet with chain 2 here and throughout. We'll work a double crochet in the same stitch, and this might be a good time to crochet over this end, and then I can get it off. And then I'll pull this off. So double crochet in same stitch, chain 2, skip the chain space, and we'll work in a double crochet in the next stitch. So we'll repeat this: chain 2, skip next chain space, double crochet in next stitch, 6 more times for a total of 7 chain spaces. 1, 2, so we're only working into double crochet spaces, skipping the chain spaces. See that? This is what we've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we've got 7 chain 2 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we'll then do chain 2 and we'll do double crochet in the same stitch. This will be our center, and we'll place a stitch marker. So can you see the difference? Now I'm picking my stitch marker and I'll place that in there. So we'll continue the repeat. Chain 2, double crochet in the next stitch, skip all chain spaces till we get to the end of the row. So the last stitch, I prefer to just crochet into it, and then you chain 2 again, work in another double crochet in the same stitch, so that you have that. So we can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm counting the chain 2 spaces. 8 before the stitch marker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 after the stitch marker. The double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So we've got 18 chain spaces. 18 double crochets, 17 double, pardon me, 17 chain 2 spaces and 18 double crochets. Perfect. So this completes row 4. Let's go to this completes row 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's proceed to row 4 now. Chain 4, turn, double crochet in the same stitch. Remember, chain 4 counts as a double crochet and chain 1. Then we'll chain 5, not chain 4. Chain 5, double crochet in the same stitch. This counts as our first double crochet and chain 2. Then we'll chain 2, we'll skip chain space, and we'll work in double crochet in the next stitch. We'll repeat this till the stitch marker. So that's double crochet, chain 2, skip chain space, double crochet in the next stitch. So this is what we'll repeat until we get to the stitch marker. You see that? So when we get to the stitch marker, we'll chain 2 and then we'll walk in. You can remove your stitch marker to make it much easier. Walk into the space where the stitch marker was, do double crochet, chain 2, double crochet in chain 2 space, return your stitch marker, see that? And then we'll continue chain 2, skip chain space, double crochet in the next stitch, chain 2, skip chain space. We'll continue this repeat till the end of the row. Remember, we increase at 3 different places: the end, the middle, that's the center where we have our stitch marker, and the end of the row. So then we're at the end of the row. So you can decide to walk into this stitch, this chain. You know, we had chain 5, or you can just crochet into the space. That's what I prefer. If you crochet into the 3rd space, it makes your project super nice and you have an even edge. Chain 2, and then you walk in, double crochet into that same stitch. So row 4, we should have 22 double crochets. Let's confirm. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20. So I've got 21, which means we've missed a stitch somewhere. Can we check? So this stitch is missed. I didn't put a double crochet in there, so I'll quickly frog back and do my double crochet in there. So the initial rows is crucial that you count the stitches and make sure that it's all right. This will save you from having an asymmetrical shawl. Chain 2, skip chain space, perfect. I'll count again. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22. So perfect, we've got 22, and yeah, not really worried yet about it looking like the circle is about to close. Still happy with the shape. So let's go ahead to doing the repeats now. So we just completed row 4. We'll repeat row 5 now. So this particular row is what I'll continue to repeat, and I'll be back to show you how many rows I've got. So let's do one more together. Chain 5, count as double crochet and chain 2. You put a double crochet in that same base of the chain space, chain 2, skip the chain space and work in a double crochet. So I'll continue this repeat till I get to my stitch marker. When I get to my stitch marker, I'll just go ahead and work an increase, which will be a double crochet, chain 2, double crochet.
Perfect. So we're at the center. Then we're working. I've done chain 2, double crochet, chain 2, double crochet. That's the only place where you do that, into the chain space. Return your stitch marker. So this is row 6. One, two. Don't forget this stitch, working a double crochet into it. That was the mistake I made the other time. See that? We're at the end of the row and we'll walk into the third chain. See that? Chain 2, working another double crochet in that same stitch. So I'll continue repeating this row, and be back to show you how many rows we need. Hi. So I've done more rows to the project. I added more rows and I'm at the last row for this fillet, row 16. And the easier way to count is to start from the row 1 where we started, and then you use the chain 2 spaces that way till you get to the end of the where you have. So I'll get my stitch marker so that we'll follow the sequence. Perfect. So my stitch marker is back, and then to make it easier at interval, if you count the number of stitches on this side, you want to make sure that it's the same with the number of stitches you've got on the other side. So that will keep your center on the right way, your center there, and the beginning also on this place. So, and the number of stitches, chain spaces will be the same if you're not counting the chain space where you've got your stitch marker. I hope that makes sense. So let's continue. So row 17 now. We'll start the row with chain 3, and then we'll do a double crochet in that same stitch. We want to work into the chain 2 spaces. So we'll do 2 double crochet in this first chain 2 space. We'll skip the double crochet and we'll do 2 double crochet in next chain space 2 space. So summarily, you're working 2 double crochet in each of the chain 2 spaces. Skip the double crochet. So I'll repeat this till I get to the stitch marker. This is what we've got at this point. So I'll pause and then continue until I get to the stitch marker. So I'm at the center now. I'll remove the stitch marker and then work 2 double crochet. Ooh, can you see the colors started to change? 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochet in that same stitch. I'll turn the stitch marker back, and then we'll continue 2 double crochet in each of the chain 2 spaces. So we'll continue to double crochet in each of the chain 2 spaces till the end of the row. So 2 double crochet in each of the stitches across. I'm close to the end of the row. So don't forget that this is a chain 2 space and not to skip it. So we've got the end of the row, but because we're still expanding both at the end of the row, the middle and the start, we need to make sure that we work a replica of what we did at the start. We did 2 double crochets at the start of the row, so I do 2 double crochet in there now. So this is a bit tight. That's the last chain space. So you can do another 2 double crochet in that same space, or locate the third chain. We had chain 5 at that stitch. So 2 double crochet in the last stitch, and that corresponds to what we had at the beginning of the row. So perfect. Now we move to row 18 and we'll turn chain 3. We'll work double crochet in that same stitch. You see that? 2 double crochet in that stitch, and then we'll work a double crochet in each of the stitch all across the row. Sorry, meant to be 2 double crochet in each of the stitch until you get to the stitch marker, and at the stitch marker you go ahead to do the increase. So I'll continue the repeat until I get to the end of the row. Oh, sorry, until I get to the middle. That's where I've got my stitch marker, and then we'll work that stitch together. So this is what I've got now at the center. So I remove the stitch marker, makes it super easy to crochet into the space. Can you see this stitch? So we'll work our increase, which is 2 double crochets, chain 2, and 2 double crochet into that same chain 2 space, and I'll return the stitch marker. Perfect. So then we'll continue with single crochet, double crochet in each of the stitches across until we get to the end of the row. And once at the end of the row, we'll be making our increase. So the shawl is getting bigger, and it's taking a few more minutes to get to the end of the row. No rush, it will still get much bigger and wider than what we've got, but each row makes it a bit much bigger to work. So I'm capturing the beautiful gradient, switching from a color to another, still working double crochet in each of the stitch across. Can you see how beautiful that looks? I'm just really thrilled by the shade of the green. Perfect. So we're at the end of the row, and I've been doing double crochet in each of the stitch across. So at the end we'll be doing an increase, just to make sure that the shape continues to be in a triangle. So this is a stitch, make sure not to miss that. So we're doing 2 double crochet in the last stitch. We had chain 3 at the beginning of the row. So perfect. This completes row 18. So row 19, still the same thing, chain 3, double crochet in the same stitch. That's our increase, and then we'll continue this repeat till we get to the stitch marker. At the stitch marker, you do 2 double crochet, chain 2 double crochets, and then you continue on the other end, working double crochet in each of the stitches until the end of the row. When you get to the end of the row, you're going to work 2 double crochets, which will complete row 19. Perfect. So this is what I've got at the end of row 19. It's just the regular double crochet increased at this center and 2 double crochet at the end of the row. So we'll go ahead to do row 20, which will be the last of the double crochet for this section. Chain 3 at the beginning of the stitch, and then you work a double crochet in that same stitch. That's our increase, and then we'll continue to do what we did again. So basically row 18 and row 19 and 20 are repeating row 18. 2 double crochet at the beginning, 2 double crochet at the end, 2 double crochets, chain 2 double crochets at the center. So perfect. I'll do this row 9. I'll do row 20 and then we can finish this row.